All right, guys, we are out here getting a parts truck for my little brother Blaine. All right, we recently went and got him his first truck that he's going to be driving whenever he turns 16. He just turned 15 and got his permit, but we got his first truck. It's a 97 F250 7.3 power stroke automatic 4-wheel drive single cab long bed XL truck. But the body's pretty much shot on it. Like, the only thing that's good is the engine, transmission, frame, and drivetrain and everything. So we've been trying to find us a parts truck for it. Well, we finally found one, and we are here picking it up now. Check this thing out. So we are here trying to get this thing out of the field. We got tools and tires and everything you can imagine. We're gonna see if we can get this thing pulled up out of the field. I guess it got stuck and then it caught fire. I don't know, but the guy that had this truck passed away shortly after all this happened, and it's been sitting here since. So we're gonna see if we can get some tires on it and get her up on the trailer and get her home so we can swap body parts around. But let's go. There's a freaking hot one out there. All right, we got a little man in the truck. We got the tires swapped around on this whole parts truck here. We're gonna pull the trailer up, back it up to the front of this truck, and see if we can get her winched up on here. We got sort of a inclined slope on this field right here, so I'm a little nervous about getting out of here, but we're gonna see what happens. Let's go. All right, that was a fiasco trying to get that thing on the freaking trailer, but we got her. Blaine, come out here. Finally got that thing loaded up. We had us a heck of a time. What do you think, Blaine? We got her. Yep, that we did. Look at that sucker. Probably clean some of this stuff up too, bud. These old wheels, throw those in the bed of the truck. Little dude just flying around everywhere. He's been in the driver's seat, he's been over the passenger seat. All over the place. That was a freaking task getting this thing on the trailer. Well, that's a left-handed throw. Look at that bed. Blaine, you're gonna be one cool 16-year-old kid. Everybody's gonna want to ride with you. All right, well, we'll call it quits on looking here. Let's get her pulled up to the house. Get her strapped up. What do you think, buddy? August? Cheese. We have finally made it. Oh, didn't make it. We got her strapped down, made it a few miles down the road. Tires are quite low on air and I can feel it pulling, dragging. So trying to get set up on some air here, but this is the second station we've been to and can't get the card reader to work on the pump. So little brother's inside cashing out a $5 bill for some quarters so we can try to get some air in these tires and get on home. But this sucker might look rough, but it is solid where it needs to be. We got good doors for his truck. We're gonna swap this bed over to his truck. Well, crap. The visor's gone. There was a visor on it. I don't know if that blew off or what, but lots of good parts on this thing still. Look there, Blaine, you got your first hitch. Paid $400 for that hitch and the truck came for free. Tell you what. All right, we're gonna get some air in these tires and get on back to the shop. All right, guys, we finally made it back to the shop with the y'all unit of a parts truck. We're gonna go ahead and show you all around the truck that we're swapping everything to. And old Blaine boy can tell you what we're gonna do to it. So here's the old unit that we drug home. And obviously, none of the front suspension is good. None of the front clip is good. So what would we have that we would need this stuff for, you might ask? This sucker right here. What we got here, Blaine? Come over here, come on.
97 F2.
Talk a little louder.
97 F257.3. We're gonna put the doors off the parts truck onto this truck and the bed onto that truck.
Is that it?
We'll do a lot more to it.
What else are we gonna do?
Put a lift on it, bigger wheels, tires, paint it.
What color are we painting it?
Black.
What kind of black though?
I forgot what I called it.
Satin black.
Satin black.
I'm gonna paint it satin black. Clear headlights, LEDs, all around. We are gonna put cab lights in it. I'm gonna make them put cab lights in it. It needs cab lights. But yeah, the bed right there and the doors are gonna get swapped to this truck right here. 97 F250 7.3 power stroke, automatic, 4-wheel drive, XL truck, crank windows and everything, you know. I mean, it's still gonna be crank windows because that's what that is. And those doors are going on here. So, should be a good old first truck.
Yep.
And you're not selling it.
No, I am not.
We're gonna build it on this channel right here. You guys get to watch us. I know we've been slacking for a while. I haven't seen you guys in like a few months. But a lot's been going on. A lot's been happening. Like I said, I went and picked up this truck with intentions of flipping it myself, and then ended up letting him talk me into selling it to him for what I had in it. So now we're building his first truck. Get some lights flipped on here. I'll show you guys what we got going on here. Come on, guys. All right, so it's been too long since I last took a video, and I don't really know where we left off or what I had done and what I didn't have done compared to what I have done now. So I'm just going to show you where we're at right now. Starting with the 65 F100 is now level front to back. I have lift spacers made for the body mount bushings to space it apart the way it needs to be. There's like the spacers in the back are 2 1/4 inches tall. This is 3/4 of an inch tall. And then we have 2 little washers floating right above the bushing right there. And the bed is spaced exactly 2 inches off the top of the frame rails.
Whoa!
I'm not holding you right now, bud. We're doing stuff. We're talking trucks right now. But anyways, you see Tina poking back there. But yeah, so that's the progress on the 65 F100. A lot more to do to it this week. Full list of things that I need to do to it. Starting with taking the body back off, basically. I got to pull the transmission out, put the new torque converter in with the flywheel in, and start buttoning everything back up solid because everything is currently together for mock-up purposes right now. So, got to strip it back apart, start putting it all back together to go together, for sure, 100%. I think the last thing we showed on Tina was just getting the front axle up underneath it. It's a lot farther than that now. I do have a time lapse and some clips of getting the hood hinged. I got the hood hinged and latched. That's all completely done. I got new coil buckets for it. We sanded the frame rails down on the front from about the radius arm mounts on the frame rails to the front bumper. Got all that sanded down, got the new coil buckets on, painted stuff up, got it all cleaned up, swapped some different seats into it, got some 17-inch Dodge Alcoa stocks peek them right there. Got some of those. Only got 2 right now. So those are the front 2 steers, and then we still have steels in the back for the duals. But yeah, that's getting around to be the full update. We'll go ahead and clip in those hood hinge videos right now. I have recently learned that OBS Ford hood hinges work for the application of a 79 Ford on a Super Duty hood hinge. So we're fixing to dive into that. Check it out. So I seen a guy on the old Facebook. Actually, I got tagged in a post. You guys have probably seen it, some of you guys. But these are the OBS Ford hood hinges, and they mount up on the OBS exactly like this. And this dude took the OBS Ford hood hinge, didn't change anything up here, bolted this bolt hole to this right here, drilled a second hole right about in this area for this part right here, and then just cut this half up here out for the top half of this hinge to set in, and it freaking works. Like, these holes right here line up with the 79 Ford hood and everything. Oh, this is it over here. Just like that. Look at that. Skadoosh. So we are going to go ahead and set the camera up and chop away at this cowl and get this hood mounted, because I am freaking, I think we've been waiting for an idea or something to come along for hood hinges on this thing for probably about 2 months now. Like, I've probably had it to the point of being able to move it around and having the front clip enough together to need hood hinges and not have to lift the hood on and off for about 2 months now. So we finally got something that's gonna work. We're gonna set you guys up on a time lapse and get at it. Let's go. All right, y'all see me cutting holes into the cowl, and that's pretty much where it cut off. Over the past few months, I kind of like fell off of videoing stuff because I got into a habit of videoing the start of things and then getting about halfway through and then not videoing anything and then it finishing and then leaving or something like that. So my content was all over the place. Here is the finished product. Completely. Check it out. So, OBS hood hinges pretty much line up with the 79 Ford hood. This is the actual factory hole for this bolt on the 79 hood hinges. I just pulled the clip out of the hood and then flipped the clip around. There's another hole down here that this one lines up with. And then this hole is the factory hole on the cowl for the 79 fender structure apron. So all that lined up, and then I just made little angle iron brackets to bolt these Super Duty hood shocks to. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, Blaine, come over here and hinge this hood. That right there is how we got her hinged. All right, now open it back up. Show them the full effect. Look at that. There is a little bit of tweaking to do to it. It rubs along the top of the cowl back here, along that pinch weld. It rubs on whenever it's actuating, I guess you could call it, or hinging. It rubs up there. So if somebody wanted to do this to a really nice truck, like a painted truck, I would advise either trimming down this pinch weld on the hood or something along those lines, or bending it inward. And I think that would make some clearance there where it needs to be. We got all the core support painted up. Got some nice little accent pieces in here. She's looking real pretty. And then here is our frame rails under here. all completely painted up and covered up. So now all we have to do is the rest of the truck. I did get some full exhaust on it finally. It was just some cut off 3-inch that I robbed off of a parts truck just to get it out to the back corner back here. And we got some seats in it, and the AC does work. I was actually shocked to find that out because when I first got the parts truck, I didn't think it did. But here's our temporary cloth seats. They are power and they do work, but nothing's hooked up right now. Yeah, the AC does work. We are going to pull this dash out, put a 6.4 dash in it, and weld the cowl up in the process, and then see what we can do about making windshield wipers work while we're doing all that. So that is the update on Altina. What do you got all over your face, dude? Hey, what do you got on your face? Oil? Come here. Come here, look at me. Look at me. Get this stuff off your face. Come here. Look at me. Got some oil on your face, Ben? Good grief.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Altina though. She's gonna start coming around here real soon. I think we are going to end up posting the current 6.7 tow pig. Let's get the focus out there for a second. We're gonna end up posting the old 6.7 tow pig for sale. Getting rid of that, and then getting the last bit of pieces that we need for old Tina to get her on the road and start driving her. I'm itching, man. A lot of tedious stuff to still be done, but she's coming together really nice. All right, guys, we're back out at the shop. I'm having withdrawals on making Tina a dually. I really think she should go back single wheel on some 14 wide welds with some boggers or something cool, and just to be able to have a wider variety and more affordable, cheaper variety of wheel and tire options. We might end up taking those dually axles back out and swapping it to single wheel. But anyways, Blaine boy was here yesterday and got the doors taken off of his parts truck we went and picked up. We still got to take the bed off, so I might go get him and have him take the bed off today. But we, for now, are going to work on the 65. We have gotten the correct flywheel in. We got the correct torque converter in. So we got the truck here on the lift. We're going to pick her up, slide the transmission jack underneath her, pull the transmission and transfer case back out, and then do it to it. We do need to paint the transmission and transfer case both before we reinstall them. So we'll probably do all that today, but we're gonna set you guys up on time lapse and get at it. Let's go. Forgot to mention, Dozer. We got us a new shop dog. Check us out. Look at this dude. Sit. Good boy. This is Dozer. He's our Cane Corso. Full-blooded, registered, papered. Come here, boy. Dozer boy. Good boy. He's an awesome dog. Just the straight coolest. Anyways, we're gonna get to work. Let's go. All right, y'all. I got pretty deep into it. Had to charge the phone we're filming with, so didn't get a time lapse or anything, but got the engine pulled out, transmission's pulled out, cab is off the frame. Frame is rolled outside right now. I'm going to take this chance because once I put this back together, like this week, once I put the body back on, the engine, transmission back on, I don't want to have to take it back apart again. So I'm going to take this time while the cab's off to wire wheel the floorboard and the floor pans and everything and clean all of this up wire wheel all of it, and we're gonna spray paint coat the bottom side of the cab while it's up in the air and get all this cleaned up and looking slick and pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up and we'll time lapse this because we're charged up now. So let's get to it. All right, guys, finally got all of the cab on the bottom side wire wheeled. I got my lift block spacers painted, and we got the bottom of the cab coated earlier today. I am sick of having my hands above my head like this. Sick of it, but it turned out clean. Let's flip the camera around. Turned out pretty freaking clean under here. So we're gonna go ahead and get that frame rolled back up underneath here and set this cab back down on the frame, and then pull this front clip off and coat the core support and the inner fenders. Get the inner fenders and core support coated, and then probably set the engine back in here. So let's get to it. All right, dudes and dudettes. I don't remember the last time that I updated this, but it is now Friday evening, and I was planning on going down to Kentucky and picking up a single wheel matched patina bed for old Tina today, or not today, tomorrow, but I wasn't able to get stuff ready in time because we're taking the crew cab short bed, the 78 crew cab short bed frame, just the rolling frame, and the short bed from that project, and leaving. I'm keeping the crew cab and the front clip, and we're taking just the short bed and the rolling frame from that project, like 7 hours away in Kentucky, and trading it for a single wheel, two-tone, blue, silver, and rusty patina matched long bed for this old girl right here. And we're swapping back to single wheel. I'm out of the dually phase. I don't want to make it a dually anymore. I want it to be single wheel. We're gonna either leave the leveling kit on it or stick a 4-inch lift with the leveling kit, and then 4 inches in the back. Have her sit up a little bit higher, run like 35s or 36s, some 14 wides. Yeah, that's what. All right, so we are going to move along with the plan of taking the dually stuff off of Tina and putting that single wheel bed back on it. I have somebody wanting to come and buy the flatbed this weekend, so we're probably going to get that off within the next day or two, and then I still got to find some single wheel axles to put up underneath this thing. But that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.